Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. If you are new to this channel, a warm welcome from me. I do tarot pick-a-card readings, and I also teach about different spiritual modalities like energy healing, Reiki, and manifestation. And today's pick-a-card reading is a message from your spirit guides. So whatever you need to be hearing right now at this point in your life, stay tuned. Your spirit guides are going to come in and share their wisdom with us today, which I am very excited about. Before I get started, I wanted to share a special announcement, and this is really, really exciting. This is something I've been manifesting for a long time. I have opened a spiritual academy, and there are courses that are available for only $5. So what I've done is I have created courses about how to connect with your spirit guides, your intuition, how to manifest literally anything that you want with techniques that actually work, and a tarot masterclass. So if you're interested, those are all $5 each, super, super affordable pricing. One way to support me and this channel is by signing up for a course. And definitely bookmark that page because this year I am going to be adding so much good and juicy content to this academy. And this is one of my most heart-centered projects. So I'm just really excited to be able to teach and heal more people. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. These are the 3 piles that we're working with today. So over here we have pile 1 with the Pyrite, pile 2 with the Malachite, and pile 3 with the Opalite. So take all of the time you need to choose the pile that speaks most to you, and once you've got that, you can fast forward using the timestamps below and get your own reading, and I will see you all there. Thank you so much. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see what your spirit guides have to share with us today. You got Death as the first card. We are using the Serpent Fire Tarot deck today, which is absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorites. Judgment. The King of Wands. The Ace of Swords. Three of Wands. And then I'm also going to use the Mystic Mondays deck today. Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords. The King of Cups. Let's get 2 more here. Five of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. All right, you guys, let's get started. So first things first, I'm hearing from your spirit guides that you're going through a major transition with death and judgment. This would be a destined change. And I'm hearing that some of you have just gone through a breakup or some kind of separation. You might have also moved out of where you were living recently. And I feel like for some of us that has felt a little bit destabilizing, even if you know that spiritually it was the right thing to do. This could also just be a broader transition. Some of us have actually left jobs, although not quite as many. I'm just seeing that you're a little bit feeling in the shadows, and I want you to know that's okay. Your spirit guides are saying you're going to be getting a lot of downloads over the next 3 to 6 weeks specifically, and definitely in the next 3 weeks is when it's going to come in really, really strong. I'm being drawn to this image of the brain and all of these sparkles in the brain, and I'm literally seeing that you're going to be getting so much clarity on who you are, where you are in life, why you're here, what you're doing. I feel like you've been grappling with some really big questions over the last 2 months specifically. And if you're watching this in real time, we've just come out of the holidays and the new year. And, it's really normal to have all of these thoughts around this time of year anyway. So I feel that you've really been putting in the mental work and you have a lot of thinking power, is what your spirit guides are saying. And that's actually going to stand you in great stead. It's going to allow you to be strategic. And one thing that I'm seeing as a theme for this group is you really need to be pulling back and pulling away from some of the things you were committing to previously. For some of us, I keep getting this breakup message. It's actually a person that you were investing a lot of time and energy in, somebody who didn't quite match you energetically, not for lack of trying, but that's just how it was. And I'm seeing that you're pulling back and you're taking all of your energy back into your body. And the really beautiful thing about this is that when you do that, it's actually sparking this Kundalini energy within you. So see this snake here in the King of Wands card. Feels like your creativity is coming back to you and you didn't realize that you were feeling so drained because of this person or this situation. But it feels like, oh, wow, now you're going to be able to get the downloads and insights that you have so desperately needed. And some of us, I'm hearing, run our own businesses or are entrepreneurs in some capacity. It might be like a side hustle as well. But I'm just hearing that you might have been feeling a lot of pressure or stress on that. And it's almost like your creativity was being squeezed and you just felt like you needed to make money through this path, but instead of making it more abundant, it was actually squeezing the life out of your creative force. But what I'm seeing is all of this is going to be coming back to you definitely in the next couple weeks, and you're going to get this burst of creative inspiration, this spark that you've been longing for a long time. Your spirit guides are also saying that you do need to rest. So don't jump into this. Like this person here with the Ace of Swords is literally suspended. Like she is not even straight up. She's lying down and she's receiving energy in through her hands. And I'm just hearing that as a theme, now is the time to receive and to truly let yourself receive. Because this group, that's something that honestly you do struggle with, and I have struggled with the same. So just know, letting yourself be in this vibration of receiving from other people is going to be so important. And I'm talking more about friendship here. I'm seeing a lot of friends coming in to comfort you, support you, guide you, give comforting words. And even the language that they use is very supportive at this time. I see a lot of people being very grounding influences around you. So receive from your community, your friends. That's me really important. And allow people to pour into you, not the other way around. This is not a good time for you to try and give your life force or your essence. I'm just seeing that that is actually going to drain you more. And there's only one of you right now. So even though you're a very powerful spiritual being, I think if anything, you should be pulling your energy back internally in order to balance and in order to get all of these downloads. Because truly, I'm seeing that if you disperse your energy in the way that you were previously, always giving to others, always giving to projects, I actually see that leading to depression. And I'm just being super honest with that. I just don't feel that that would stand you in good stead. So I want to share that message from your guides that the way to get out of this phase, which has felt very shadowy and kind of uncomfortable, but definitely necessary, is to pull your energy internally and allow yourself to receive in the form of friendships, advice, and also these downloads. So let yourself receive through the friendships first, and then let the downloads come to you second. Okay, so this is a little bit further into the future, but I'm seeing in about 8 weeks from now, you are going to come into a completely new energy. This would be a very playful energy, and your spirit guides are saying you would be awakening your inner child again. Some of us are they're traveling. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you might go to like a concert, music festival. You might go to like an outdoor performance of some kind. You might travel to an exotic location. And it would be something that would bring you great joy. So we have the Princess of Wands here, and I see this being your inner child and finally feeling, oh my gosh, I'm back in my element. You know, it's been a long time. It's been a very uncomfortable process that you've been going through. But what I'm seeing for you is everything is going to happen in phases. So it's like you've been going through this uncomfortable but necessary transition. Then your friends are going to come in to support you. Then you're going to get these creative downloads. And then that's going to lead to finally feeling like your inner child is truly alive and you're going to be doing some really fun things. I even see you wearing fun clothes. So I keep seeing flashes of music festivals, wearing cool outfits. Someone out there is going to some really cool event. You'll have to let us know down below. But whatever it is, it would be a very good time to express yourself. And you might even want to experiment with wearing something really cool and different. Like your spirit guides are showing me these pants that have these like diamond studs all over them. And so I feel that because of this transition, you're going to start expressing yourself through your clothing in a new way. And it's going to feel really expansive and joyful, and it will literally add a new layer to your aura. And what I'm seeing is other people are going to start being more attracted to you because you're magnetizing their attention through your clothing. All right, so there's a couple swords coming through here. We have the Knight of Swords. We also have the Five of Swords. I'm going to go to the Five of Swords first and then read this in a different order because that's what your guides are showing me. So there is some tension in a relationship in your life, especially if you've been through a breakup. This person would not be the most amenable. I see them being very hard-headed at this time. I see them being quite closed down and not being as open as you would want them to be. Again, I'm seeing this energy of shadows. This might not be a romantic thing if that doesn't resonate, but it could be like a previous roommate or someone who you have to connect with. It almost feels like there's some logistical thing that needs to be tied up between the two of you. And so you're forced to talk to each other, but I just don't see them making it super easy on you. The advice from your guides is just always focus on the future and also to use buffers. And you can use your friends as buffers. So for example, if you have to communicate with this person, I'm seeing it's a good idea to talk to a friend like right after seeing them, because that's really going to help you decompress and come back to center. And it's really important that while this person is creating this kind of like sword energy in your life, that you also have flowy energy that you can be met with. So that is a very significant message, because if you don't have that buffer, I'm seeing that you would start to question yourself and you would start to cycle back to this uncomfortable transitional phase. And of course, there's transitions happening at all times, right? But you would cycle back and you would actually revert back to some old patterns that just really don't serve you. Things like overeating, watching too much TV, questioning yourself, second guessing yourself. Like none of that stuff is healthy right now. And so to stay in the most healthy vibration, really lean on your community. Your friendships are everything right now. They're super, super important. I am seeing that you're going to develop more resilience as the weeks go on, though, especially the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like I said, there's a correlation between the resilience that you're developing and also the downloads that you're getting spiritually. So also just leaning into your grounding practices, any spiritual practices like meditation. Shamanic journeying would also be really good if you haven't tried it. I have a video on my channel you can use. And Reiki is also really good. And I'm seeing that you're going to be proving to yourself that you wear like this suit of armor in your life, and also that you are allowing yourself to be soft at the same time. So you're really going to stand up for yourself in some situations and with some people where previously it was hard for you to do that. And at the same time, I see you being quite vulnerable, expressing your emotions, telling those people, hey, you made me feel XYZ. And I think that's beautiful because your voice wants to be heard just a little bit more than it is already. Although you're doing a really good job, is what your spirit guides are saying. You're really trying to lean into your emotions and express yourself, and that does not go unnoticed. So we have the Ace of Cups over here. I am seeing a huge creative project coming in for many of us. This would be closer to March, a little bit further away. It might even involve like some kind of visual art, like painting, drawing, something with calligraphy. Of course, I know there's a lot of people watching this reading, but it would be a passion project. It would completely light you up, something that you're really excited about, something that, again, sparks your inner child. And the good thing is that it will be very well received. I see your community loving it. I see people being all over it, really finding joy in what it is that you're creating. And I see this being a very positive thing for you because it's a very healthy outlet for your energy. So if you haven't considered doing that yet, I definitely would. I feel that you already have enough things in your life that are structured right now and that are forcing you to be serious. And really what you need is more play, more joy, more expansion, more childlike energy. That's really going to benefit you at this current moment in time. All right, my love. So I hope that this helped you. I hope you liked it. If it resonated, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to get your own course. They are down below. I'm placing the link so that you can check out my new academy. And the course I would suggest checking out if it resonates with you is connecting to your spirit guides and intuition. All right, my loves, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's figure out what your spirit guides have to say to you. Your first card is the 10 of Swords, and we are using the Serpent Fire Tarot deck today. We have the 2 of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles, and the Moon. I'm also going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, so let's get some extra clarification here. We have the 3 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower, the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and lastly, the 6 of Pentacles. All right, my loves, let's get started. So the first thing that I'm hearing from your guides is that you really need this reading. You are hungry for this clarification. You've been in some very difficult situation with another person. I think for many of us, this is romantic. This has been extremely painful to your heart, is what I'm seeing. I mean, honestly, when I am looking at your energy body, it looks like your heart has been ripped apart. And so when we see the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Cups, I believe that this is the wounding that was happening. And I actually think that this is very much what the Tower is related to as well. And this would have happened at any point in the last 6 to 8 months. I'm seeing like a long window, but it feels like everyone who's watching this reading has been guided to this reading because of this dramatic rupture, this situation that happened in your life. For some of us, this was as intense as breaking up with someone that you were engaged to, or being forced to part ways with someone that you were really head over heels in love with. I definitely see it being romantic here, and I'm just hearing that it's been like stop-start energy. Like you have been struggling because with the 7 of Wands, it feels like you're trying to fight off this pain and all of this intense energy here, and you're doing your best and you're doing your best and you're doing your best, but at the same time, it's like a salmon swimming upstream. You literally feel like you're having to swim against the current. And I think that you've done a really good job of keeping your faith and trying to manifest the best possible reality, because here I see the 3 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So it's of no fault to you that any of this happened. And I want you to know that very clearly. This was all the other person's baggage. And again, past life karma, which I know you're probably familiar with. A lot of this was just like karmic stuff and density that had to play out in this life. But I see it having been quite uncomfortable for you. And I see that you've been doing your best to maintain a positive mindset and really try and keep a positive outlook. And I feel that your spiritual practice has been a saving grace during this time, because without it, honestly, you would have lost yourself. But I'm seeing that you didn't. I'm seeing that you maintained composure and balance. And especially if you're watching this in real time, you are very hopeful that this new year is going to be a year of clarity and freshness and conviction, and that you'll be able to stand on your own 2 feet and not deal with as much internal wounding and pain and heartbreak as you have dealt with. And I do have some good news for you. I do feel that it's going in that direction, which is very, very positive. I also want you to know that something about this situation was like a great rising within you that had to happen, and it's allowed you to really step into your manifesting ability and really see yourself in a much higher vibrational way. So I also just heard from your spirit guides that this situation might have been a health issue, like an immune system issue that you struggled with. And whatever it was in your life, you were forced to have an uncoupling. It's like this thing that you were married to, and I'm speaking more in metaphorical terms, but you were married to it energetically, whether it be a person, whether it be your business. This was something that you poured all of your love and soul and attention into. And it was very painful for this to rupture so suddenly and dramatically. And honestly, I'm just speaking honestly here. It feels like for a while, it felt like it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And you were trying to find the light, really trying your best, but it was nowhere to be found. So, okay, that is what has happened in the past. That's what you've been dealing with. I do see a lot of change coming your way, and it's going to be very good change. So you should breathe a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. I know it has not been easy for you guys. So I'm hearing from your spirit guides that for some reason, they really want you to get into astrology. I have no idea why that's coming up, but they're saying it very clearly. They want you to understand that all of this stuff that's been happening was present in your astrological chart. The more that you can study astrology and understand the transits in your chart, the more you're going to see that actually this is just all passing, and it's never going to be as bad as it felt at this time. It's going to be getting a lot better and a lot lighter. It will be gradual, but I feel over the next 3 to 4 months, the energy is going to be getting progressively lighter, and you are going to feel healthier, even energetically in your light body. You're going to feel much, much better. Because when I see this Page of Pentacles card, it's like this woman is kind of rising, and she even reminds me of Kate Bush, which is funny. But I'm just seeing that she's rising, she's getting lighter, things are getting easier. Yes, there was like this dark side of the moon type of energy, but she's holding a dove. And all of the things that you've been manifesting internally are finally going to be coming into your 3D. And I'm seeing that you've been waiting for that for a long time. So power to you. You've done a great job. You have really somehow held the faith, even when it felt like all of the odds were stacked against you. And I'm seeing at the 6-month mark from this reading, you are going to be feeling like a completely new lease on life. Everything is finally so much better. I see so much security coming in for you. This would also be financial security. So some of you have been toying with this career change, or what I would call a development in your career. You might not actually be changing everything about it, but it feels that not everything is stable yet. But I don't see that being bad. I see you being in an exploratory phase where you're treating your career almost like a startup. You're being very innovative. You're trying different things. You're trying to find some grounding. Now, I see in 6 months from now, much greater financial stability coming to you. And it will take a little bit of time, but again, I'm hearing 3 months once more. Within 3 months, you're going to be having so much more financial stability. It's going to bring you a lot of peace in your heart. Like, it almost feels like in this past year, there are just too many issues to deal with at the same time. There was this emotional turmoil, and then perhaps this financial instability. And it's like, what were you meant to focus on? Really hard to do everything at once. But I'm seeing that you're going to be getting so much more clarity and purpose in your work, in your life. And here, this woman, I want to show you this again, she has this arrow, and this arrow is representing her purpose while I'm reading this. And she gets laser focused on her purpose. She gets laser focused on this one project that really lights her up. I see that this is going to bring great financial stability. And just to be clear, this can also be in the corporate world. If you have like a corporate career of some type, I see that this could come through that as well. So you choose your channel. I'm just seeing that the financial stability is coming. You also will be getting more intuitive, interestingly. So you've been doing this manifestation and you've been holding out these hopes and these desires, but it almost feels like there's a little bit of a block. And what I'm seeing is that the block was actually the emotional turmoil. There was so much pain and karmic debt kind of that was in your energy field, but all of that is finally clearing. And so therefore your channel is clearing. And I'm seeing that you're going to be getting a lot more intuitive. And this feels good. I see this as an ascension for you. And you're going to be getting much lighter and happier. You're going to start glowing more. I see you being in a higher vibration. It would be really good over the next few months to spend a lot of time in nature, especially in a place that's like green, grassy, or has a lot of trees. I feel it'd be very, very positive for you. And it would allow you to tune into your gut and your sacral chakra more. That is the chakra that wants to be balanced and wants to be heard. So anything you can do, any kind of intuitive movement, yoga, dance, breath work, that would be really good for you because it's going to help you align with your intuitive energy more sharply. And that's necessary at this point, is what your spirit guides are saying, because you've lived so much in your heart and your mind, like whatever the situation was, it brought a lot of mental turmoil and then a lot of physical pain in your heart, is what I'm feeling. However, you're going to be moving into more of a sacral energy, and the sacral is the divine feminine energy, the energy of flow. And I see that the more that you operate from that energy, which is very passionate and very lit up, the more intuitive you're going to get. And that's really going to help you because you're going to be able to make some very big shifts in your life. And the other thing is you should be making decisions from your sacral, not from your mind. Over the next 3 months specifically, very important to tune into your gut and ask yourself, how does this feel in my gut? Because that's going to be what you need to move forward. I'm seeing that there's a little bit of impatience surrounding you, and I don't blame you because when I tune into this energy, it's very heavy. And so you're so desperate for this to be cleared. However, what really needs to happen is you need to align your energy into your sacral chakra. And then as you're in your sacral, operating from your gut, you're going to get the clarity needed to move forwards and everything's going to flow. If you don't do that, I'm seeing a little bit more of this stop, start, halting energy because the mind is not where you need to be right now. You actually need to very much remove yourself from the mind. And I know I'm being kind of intense, but it's because your spirit guides are being intense. So just bear with me, and whatever you can do to tune into your sacral, really just asking your gut and your womb, does this feel good right now? Does this feel right? If not, why? Really trying to speak to that area of the body is going to help. And the more attuned you get to that area of the body, the faster things move and the faster the healing. And I actually see there's someone around you. This would be somebody that you would find romantically attractive, who would be a very sensitive, soft, sweet person, someone who comes in just like a knight in shining armor. And your spirit guides are saying it may or may not be the same person that was here. So it varies person to person. I apologize about that. But this energy is a lot more sensitive that I'm seeing. And as you can see, I'm reading intuitively because the Knight of Wands is not normally sensitive. But what I am seeing is this person is like a knight in shining armor. And this person would remind you of all of the things that you deserve. And you truly deserve true love and being really taken care of. So just know that that is available for you. And also, your spirit guides are saying, at the same time, be cautious of putting all of your self-worth in somebody else because they don't want that for you. So the key to not do that is to really operate from your sacral more. Operate from your source of passion and pleasure, divine feminine energy, kundalini energy. That is the key for you over the next 3 months specifically. Now, the Ten of Wands, I'm really only seeing this applying if this is the same person. So if this person who comes back who's very sensitive is the same person that you've had this rupture with in the past, I'm seeing a couple of hurdles, and I want you to be aware of them now so that you can prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. This person would come back with a lot of sensitivity and joy and kindness, and their intentions are very pure and very good, but there is something within them that is not emotionally ready for a real, secure relationship yet. It doesn't mean that they won't be ready in the future. It just means that there's going to be more of a delay. So if you've been wishing, praying, manifesting that they're going to come back and be fully healed, I feel they're like 70, 73% of the way there. There's still going to be some work for them to do. And so prepare yourself to know that now, because unfortunately it is not going to be like everything magically falls into place. I'm just being honest. I think that there's going to be some more burdens to sort through and some more weight to carry. But what I'm seeing, which is very positive, and it's a good turn of events, is that the two of you would be able to kind of negotiate together and work it out together, so it wouldn't be so dramatic and it wouldn't be so much like only one person is carrying the burden. So I see more of an equal partnership and equal share of responsibility here. And this could be definitely connected to mental health, I'm seeing, because first of all, this could have been a mental health thing. Like maybe you had a really great partnership, but they were struggling with their mental health. I see a lot of depression energy here for both of you, to be honest. And I feel this person has healed, but not fully yet. And this person is almost across the finish line. So they're almost there. 70 something percent is much better than 30, which is kind of where they were before. So I feel that things are getting much better. But see, this man is still bowing his head. He's still carrying a heavy burden. So your spirit guides are just reminding you that everything happens in divine timing. And you've been wishing for this thing to come to fruition and come full circle for a really long time. You've been keeping the faith, but your spirit guides are also saying sometimes the separation is a form of protection, because you wouldn't have wanted them to come back into your life if you were not fully ready and if they were not fully ready. And in this situation, it's more so them, but the both of you are being protected by divine timing and the divine law of the universe. So my advice is, I feel that a reflection practice would be very beneficial for you right now, really reflecting every day on what am I letting go of and what am I calling in. Every single day. I feel that if you just do those 2 prompts, it's going to give you a lot of clarity, a lot of balance, a lot of energetic guidance would be coming to you. You'd be able to hone your intuition in a much more beautiful way. And it kind of, for some reason, bolsters your personal power and your sense of self-esteem. And that's going to be a really beautiful thing for you. And that will actually be necessary to heal the rest of this karma. A lot of this stuff is clearing away, thank goodness. I know it's been really heavy, but to really heal the rest of it, just do those 2 prompts every single day for at least 2 weeks, if not for the whole 3 months, if possible. That's what I advise. All right, so I hope that this helped you. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share it if you feel so inclined. And if you would like to join my course, the link is down below. It's $5 only. I would really appreciate your support. And if you would like a personal reading, I'm putting those links down below as well. All right, my loves, take care. I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's find out what your spirit guides have to say to you. Your first card is the 10 of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy to be starting this reading with. And we are using the Serpent Fire Tarot deck today. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the Tower, the World, the 9 of Cups, the Hermit, the Fool. A lot of major arcana cards, you guys. This is wild. Like a lot. And then I'm going to use the Mystic Mondays deck for the last two. So that's what your spirit guides are telling me to do. The Fool again. Love that. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, I get super positive vibes from this pile. I feel like your life is very rapidly moving into an extremely positive direction. I see all different categories, love, health, career, being extremely strong, good things happening, abundance, joy, success, prosperity, all good things are coming. Now, the energy of the reading is here with the Ten of Pentacles. This is the divine law of the universe is now repaying you because truly you have been energetically holding these desires for a very long time. I see that you've been charging your manifestations, be it intentional or unintentional, and you've been putting in the work. And you have been putting in the work across the board. Like when I'm looking at your energy, you are somebody who has a pretty consistent practice when it comes to your health, your exercise. You eat pretty healthy. You know, you really take care of your body in that way. I feel that you've been prioritizing your healing. I see that when it comes to love, you've gone on somewhat of a spiritual self-development quest, like a quest to look internally and to really understand what it is that lights you up and what type of person you need in your life in order to make that happen. And I feel that that has brought a lot of mental clarity to you. And then with career, you are just an incredibly hard worker. So nothing to worry about there. I see that with career, at times you might have felt a little bit directionless, but I'm seeing all of that is just going to be falling away and you're going to get a lot of direction and a lot of clarity. And your spirit guides are just saying you're such a hard worker and you produce such high quality outcomes that truly there is nothing to be worried about. And so the good thing is I do see that in the last year, specifically the last 5 months, there were some energetic ruptures, meaning that not everything was easy because we see those lightning bolts there. However, you're here. You've transcended that. You've gone through the lightning, you've gone through the shadows and the clouds, and now here you are at the light and you're at the top of this cloud. You're spreading your arms, you're joyful, you're expansive. You can feel energetically that things are now working in your favor, even if they weren't before. And it's funny because when I pulled the Nine of Wands, my immediate reaction internally was, oh, that's good, which is hilarious because normally this card is about someone who feels like they've been through a war and they're kind of dragging their feet and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm wounded and I have to keep going on. Like I just have to, but it's really hard. I don't get that energy of hardship anymore. I feel you've transcended that already. That would have been in the past. So the Nine of Wands here is just telling me you are very resilient and you are channeling that inner wildness, that wild, energetic, capacity that you have. And I feel that it's standing you in very good stead. And you have proven to all of those around you that you're extremely resilient. People truly admire you. They also admire you for how vulnerable you are, by the way. I feel some of you have been very vulnerable on social media, maybe Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, I have no idea. Whatever it is, you've been speaking your truth. And that has actually allowed this energy to clear a lot more quickly than it did in the past when you didn't speak your truth. So props to that. Now we have the Tower, and it's funny because you have the Tower followed by the World. Whatever it was that you went through in the last 5 months, it had to happen. It had to be cleared. I don't think it was like the worst Tower, but I do see it causing you some disruption and some pain. But it kind of feels like it unfolded over a period of time as opposed to just being like one shocking sudden event. But the funny thing is, it actually really cleaned out your karma because I'm seeing all of these clouds. It's like they were murky and dark and then they become lighter and lighter and lighter. And this tower does not really look negative to me as much as it looks like this castle or this kingdom that you have access to. And it almost feels like you were hanging out here and you didn't know that you had access to this huge wealth of knowledge and all of these luxurious things. But as you cleared your karma and as you went through this healing journey, you were like, oh, okay, now I have access to this amazing palace and you realize that the palace is you and it's always been there, and that is the world. And so I know I'm speaking very high level and a lot of metaphors, but hopefully you are tracking with me. I feel that the energy is really working with you now because you have realized that that lightness and that abundance is within, and it has always been within. And the more that you just treat yourself as a queen or a king or what have you, the more that abundance is going to continue coming to you. Okay, so more major arcana cards coming up soon after the Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups, I literally see you investing in some luxurious things. It feels like you're going to be going shopping kind of soon. Maybe you're going to buy some clothing, like a jacket or makeup or something that makes you feel really good. It is well deserved. You have been working super hard. You should spend your hard-earned money on that. I feel it will help you just feel lighter and happier, and you kind of need that. I'm seeing that some of us didn't get like holiday gifts per se, so go ahead, invest in yourself, go for it. And it's funny because you are the type of person that invests in your self-development too, but I'm seeing that one short shopping spree could just be like equally as fulfilling to you in this particular circumstance as investing in like coaching or something like that. And I'm laughing to myself because of course I'm a coach and I always tell people, invest in your coaching, invest in your self-development. But in this particular scenario, I am seeing that a physical thing could do just as well for you. Okay, so we have the Hermit, the Fool, the Fool. So wow, big energy coming here. I'm seeing like a lot of big transitions in a very positive way. The Hermit is this continual self-development quest that you're on. I feel that you never stop. You're the type of person where you have so many layers to your soul. It feels like you're 10 layers down and you're going to go all the way down to 14, 15, 16, 17. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is beautiful because you're continually shedding. And also, as you do that, your energy body is getting very pure. It's getting lighter and lighter. It's also getting easier for your spirit guides to communicate and just work through you. So all of your work is going to start getting easier because you're not really the one who's doing it. Your spirit guides are just going to be able to enter your energy body and do the work for you. And yes, I'm literally talking about, like, let's say you are in the corporate world or you do consulting or maybe you run your own business. Your spirit guides will just completely do it for you because you're like a pure channel. And you can ask them to help you with that. Of course, I'm not recommending that we become lazy, but truly, you will be able to pull in this divine wisdom, this research, this information that you need, and it will come extremely intuitively. And I see you working at a very fast pace, producing very high quality outcomes. So the more that you look within, the easier it is to produce really good work as well. That is an added benefit. Now, the Fool twice, again, massive energy. You're going to just feel like you have a new lease on life. This would definitely come into fruition around March if you're watching this in real time, 2023. I feel that, first of all, you're going to be harnessing all of your animalistic power, is what your spirit guides are saying. And there's a horse here or a unicorn. So allow yourself to operate more instinctively, is what I'm hearing. You don't need to overanalyze things anymore. You're moving into a phase where you should trust your instinct and your intuition and really remember, I know this is weird advice, you are an animal. You can operate like an animal, think like an animal in all different situations, love, career, health, what have you. And the more that you harness that and just trust your instinct and not overthink things, the better things are going to be, the more you're going to be living in flow. So it doesn't really matter how other people live their lives. You are going to be living yours in flow with more play, more joy, more fun. I also see some travels coming up for some of us, especially June, July, August timeframe. So right there in the summer, especially if you teach. I know it's kind of obvious, but I'm seeing that there would be some really cool travels or some kind of break in your schedule where you could make the most of it. All right. And last but not least, we have a suitor here for you, Knight of Cups. Somebody who is very stable, pragmatic, secure. This person doesn't have any baggage whatsoever. They would be a very good partner to you. I feel this person would want to please you, want to help you, want to even help you out around the house, help you with odd jobs and tasks. This type of person is somebody who very stable. I see them being a good influence in your life. I do see that, you might be kind of navigating your preferences when it comes to love. This person might be very available for you. You might be used to more avoidant or unavailable people. Just check yourself on that. Like maybe really think hard about what you want and who you want to bring into your life. I see this person being a good influence, and even if they're not forever, I see them being very good for right now. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully it resonates. If you like this reading, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. If you would like to get access to my academy, the courses are only $5 USD. I made them nice and affordable, so I'd really appreciate if you would check them out. I put a lot of hard work and love into them. And the course I would recommend starting with, which is connected to this reading, is how you can connect to your spirit guides and intuition. All right, my loves, I love you. I will see you very soon, and have an amazing day. Bye.